Hi, welcome in. If you are here, you are stepping into your highest timeline, and I'm here to help you navigate that journey. I'm just going to tap in, get a channeled message from Spirit. I'll pull some cards. We'll go wherever the energy takes us. If at any point any of this message resonates, please hit that like button and comment, not just so I know, but so that you claim it and add to the energy of this collective. All right, let me get tapped in. Tapping in now, Spirit, to the collective. Bring forth messages for their highest and greatest good. Bring through messages that would resonate with them. Remove me, make me a clear channel for your word. What message does the collective need in this moment, Spirit? Okay. I'm seeing an elephant that is taking sand. Do elephants do this? Instead of water and spraying water on its back, I'm seeing it take dirt and spray dirt on its back and getting itself all, is this a dirt bath? Is this a dust bath that elephants do? I don't know. And I'm getting that this is, y'all, I do not know anything about elephants or this, so correct me in the comments. This is just what I'm getting from Spirit. I'm getting that the flies are really annoying. The flies have been after them for a long time, and I'm getting that this dust is a protective barrier. It stops the flies. It's like a fly repellent of some sort. So I'm going to have to look this up after to see if this is like a real thing. But in this channeling, I'm getting that the elephant is protecting itself from flies. The flies have become unbearable. They're really annoying. So the elephant's giving itself this dust bath to put a protective barrier against or in between them and the flies. And then I get, after he does that, he's like, oh, like his skin feels good. He is able to graze, forage. I don't know what elephants do. He's able to like go about his day happily without the annoyance of the flies. So what I'm really getting is that this is a message about you protecting yourself against something that you know has been annoying, has been sucking your life force. Literally, that's what flies do, right? They suck our life force. Something that has been bothering you and you've been dealing with it, but now it's time for you to put up a protective barrier to give yourself just a little bit of separation. I'm getting from Spirit. Give yourself just a little bit of space from that thing that is annoying you, that is sucking from your life force, that is, I'm really getting like causing you frustration, annoyance. Just this sand is just a little barrier, right? It's a small layer that is giving the elephant some space to be able to go about his day in peace. So I'm really getting, it's time for you to come up with your own protective barrier, which to me is coming through very clearly as space. Just get some space from this person, from this situation, and see what happens, what peace comes about you when you get some space. But now's the time. Let's pull some cards. Which deck, Spirit? I'm getting Whisper right off the Wild Reflections right off the bat. So we'll take it. That's this deck. All right, so I do not know why the messages come through the way they do. I don't know why it was something that I didn't know even anything about. I'm like really eager to look that up now. But yeah, there's something that's just like you've been living with that is annoying to you, that when you take this space or you put up some type of protective barrier, a protective barrier could be like you block their calls or you move your office. It could be physical, right? And that creates the space for you to understand how life could be without that, and maybe see how you do have some ownership and some power over how this is affecting you. What more for this collective spirit? I hope y'all are doing great, and I hope you are able to put up a protective barrier over those flies. Why couldn't Spirit just give me like a person that needs sunscreen? I would have been able to understand that one. That's how you know the messages don't come from me. And maybe somebody out there was wondering, oh, does she just come up with these on her own? Well, now you know, I don't. All right. Okay, so this might be a work career reading. Getting a lot of pentacles coming out. Okay, so what I get is that you're on a new journey. So I have that you're stepping into something that's new, that you don't know what lies ahead, but you're taking some type of trust fall, some sort of leap of faith off the cliff into a new journey. And I get that this is well thought out, diligent. You're going to walk forward on this journey because you don't know what lies ahead. You're going to walk forward very methodically, very intentionally. You want this to look different than what you had to take space from or what you're coming from. I'm really getting with the channeling that this is an opportunity that is different than the circus that you left or the thing that was really annoying that you left, but you realize that you create some of your patterns, you create some of your reality. So you're being really intentional in this next phase, in this next chapter, to make sure that everything is set up very sustainably, everything works for you, and yeah, you're just really mapping it out in a different way than you would before. And I'm getting like, before you would have like impulsively just gone in and done your thing, and I'm getting that you're like being a little bit more diligent now. And I'm getting that this is a graduation of sorts. So maybe you were in that old cycle. I don't get that there's a closing out of an old cycle, but I definitely get that you're on a brand new journey. So amazing, right? We don't need to keep hearing messages about closing out a painful cycle. So you're on your new journey, amazing. And I get that it was a huge graduation. Like whatever you learned in that old, annoying, hard to live in cycle, you graduated into somebody who understands how they create their reality. And you said, okay, so cool. If I create my reality, I'm gone. I'm going to step off this cliff into something better. And I'm going to be super diligent about what I include in this new timeline, in this new path, in this new career. And Spirit's saying, as you do that, you are headed towards your King of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles is ultimate safety, security, abundance, wealth. So whatever this new path is, it is leading to something that is secure, sustainable, and gives you a lot of money. So maybe the thing that you left was annoying because you worked really hard and there wasn't enough money. And at the bottom of the deck, I get this Four of Pentacles, which is usually holding on a little bit too tightly to resources, scarcity mindset. So maybe part of you, this is like what you're battling, is your scarcity mindset. And you're kind of saying like, I'm over that and I'm going to be diligent and go towards my King of Pentacles. Okay. Cool. I don't know how this relates to the elephant, but you're done with the flies. You've created a protective barrier around yourself, and now you're just free to be on your own new journey. That's how I'm getting that. That's Spirit just said. That's how it relates. What more for this collective spirit? What more do you have for this collective spirit? Additional advice. Okay, so I'm getting a message from Spirit because this is taking so long for another card to come out. I just heard you're not going to get it all in the way or the time that you want it to come. Because I'm like, where are the cards? Where are the cards? So there might be part of you that's like, where are the cards? And the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow mover. So you may be wanting this to come in a lot faster than it is. And Spirit's saying it's not going to come in the way that you want it to because it's not meant to. You are used to things going really fast and then having to backpedal and exit out of that and realizing, oh, that's not for me actually. So the way forward now in this super intentional way is actually a much slower, sustainable process that leads to a lot of money and groundedness and security and safety over time. But it's not going to come in fast like you're used to, or like you want, or like you hoped when you set out on this new journey. So your advice, I was definitely meant to say that because now cards are coming out. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we're getting a bunch here now. And it's interesting. They're like flipping but staying in the deck. So, okay, so what I get is the Page of Pentacles. So this is what Spirit's saying, is instead of being like, it all needs to come in fast and I want validation that this new path was the right path, and I want validation that I really did graduate from that old timeline. And Spirit's saying it doesn't come in that way because it is a new timeline. It is sustainable. It's something that you can build your legacy on. A king takes a while to become a king, to accumulate everything. So that's your new sustainable path. You're on your highest timeline here. So Spirit's saying become the Page of Pentacles. The page is immature, is a learner, is new, is young, takes the time to sit there and wonder about things, takes the time to enjoy their work. So enjoy this. Lay in a field and think about, what do I really want this to look like? How do I want this to set this up? How am I going to set this up so that it's super sustainable and that I'm not burnt out, in a year or two from now? How do I set this up so that I keep this sense of wonder, so that I keep this sense of peace, this sense of this is fun, this makes me feel grounded, this makes me feel like I can handle it. It's not overwhelming, it's perfect, it's just enough. Okay, and I get when you do that, it's leading to your Nine of Cups. And this is emotional fulfillment, emotional regulation. Maybe in the past, the way that you've done things where you've been impulsive, or you've wanted things to rush in, or you've gotten really passionate about an idea. I'm not seeing wands here besides the Four of Wands, which is the graduation. Maybe that like dysregulated your emotions. Like it made you like, oh, I have to do this much. And you like tied a bunch of outcomes to it, and you had a bunch of attachment to different results. And this instead, because it's fun and because you're just working diligently towards it, not only is it going to be sustainable, but it's going to be really fulfilling. It's going to feed you emotionally. It's going to be more aligned with your heart chakra, and feeling like you bring value and you are valued, not for how much you can do and how fast, but just for being you and showing up. And I get that you are going to be celebrated for this, that people are going to come around you and recognize you, and you're going to have community around this and celebration. Like this is going to be something that just feels so yummy. I'm getting like a sense of belonging, like finally I know where I fit in. That's exciting. But yeah, this is a slower moving, more intentional, more fulfilling, more peaceful, more loving reality. So don't try to impose any of that urgency on it. Final message, Spirit. Final word of advice or final message. Tell me more, Spirit. Why'd the devil just come out? Okay, so I'm hearing that the devil just came out because the part of you that wants to rush this is wanting it to, it's a low vibe. The part of you that wants to rush this is saying, oh, prove it to me. It doesn't quite believe that you can get this new opportunity, that this new opportunity will be exactly what you want it to be. And you have some ruminating thoughts about, is this going to be good? And they're limiting beliefs. And if it's not showing up quickly, then it isn't, you're not fully trusting, right? And the trust comes with the faith. Faith that this is going to be good for you, that this is going to be abundant for you, that you can be grounded, you can be peaceful, you can be emotionally fulfilled. You can, I'm getting, you wonder, like, does that even exist? Like, can people even have a workplace where, like, they love showing up to it because people are there celebrating them and they feel like they're valued and they feel like they can take their time and they don't need to overproduce, they just need to show up. And Spirit's saying, all of the thoughts you have around, I need to do more, I need to do things faster, I need to, whatever those thoughts are, Spirit says you are enough. Those are low vibe thoughts. You are so enough. You deserve this feeling of value regardless of what you do. You deserve to take your time to decide what you want to do, decide how you want to do something, how it's going to work out for you, regardless if results are there in a day or two or in a week or a month or a year. You're building something that is like an empire. You're building a castle, a community, something bigger than you. So don't let anybody rush you. You are allowed to take your time to build as long as you need. And if you go, well, actually, that all sounds really nice, as long as I really would be cared for, I really would be supported, as long as I could, breathe and have peace, but I also have enough money to survive and all of that during that. You're like, yeah, that does sound nice. And Spirit's saying, that's what we have for you. But some of the doubt that you have is a lower vibe doubt. And we're just going way more towards trust and faith in this new timeline. This has no space here. The devil energy is not part of your sustainable future. You cannot get to the King of Pentacles doubting yourself, rushing yourself, thinking you should be more than you are. Nope. You get to just step forward, do things that excite you, think things through, take time to think about it, take time to make decisions, see if they're aligned with you, choose differently, change your mind if you need to along the way, and you 100% will get this emotional regulation, this fulfillment, and this community coming around you to support you, love on you, and celebrate you. That's the message. The lighthouse can show you the shore, but you still need to steer the ship. If any of this resonated with you or you just want to claim it, then hit that like button and comment below. Until next message.